What's good, family? It is your boy Ma
and Sade, and we're back at it again with another video.
with
everybody's mom.
Man, today we're to the most dangerous animals on each continent, man. Let's get into it. In America, it has to be an eagle, a bald eagle.
Might be.
Has to be a bald eagle.
I'm about to say, do they still exist? But I know
it's not that many left. It's probably like
because they watch them. I used to watch them every year in school. You know, when they come, oh my gosh, what is it?
What?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. But it's you know, they do like the bald eagle live.
I never seen
where they
it.
be watching it.
When they be like in the little. This be in their nest and they
they used to be sitting there. I forgot what they used to have us
like
watching them for, but they used to be live every year.
They trying to, it's a lot of animals gonna go extinct though. I didn't know, like pandas.
They've been saying that,
it's a whole bunch of animals. But let's get into this, man. Let's see the most dangerous animals, man.
Yes, I'm going to do the top 5 most dangerous animals on each continent, starting with Africa. Also, follow me on Instagram and DM me ideas. At number 5, what would happen if you gave a Honda Civic a horn and personality disorder? You get the black rhinoceros, a 3,000-pound vibe check. The reason they're so dangerous is because they're basically blind, so they charge at anything that moves. Number 4, hyenas, because they have jaws that can amputate a rhino and they can chase you down for miles. They have a merc rate of 74%, so if they come after you, your life movie just hit the credits. And they can run in clans with 80 members. Number 3 is the bull elephant, because when they enter a state called must, they gain a personality of an over-aggressive frat boy and a 15,000-pound body, with 2 life-canceling tusks. And there is not a more destructive force than an angry elephant thinking with his 5th leg. Number 2 are mosquitoes, because they take 1 million names off the census every year. When she drinks your blood, she can transmit malaria, which reduces your blood's ability to carry oxygen. Number 1 ain't even a debate.
But what really are the odds of you getting something from a mosquito?
I don't know, because that's what I'm gonna say. It really depends.
Man, that's crazy.
I was gonna say, because they had that one year where it was going around like malaria.
Oh yeah,
like malaria was really like
bad.
It was really bad. So I think it's a high chance over there. I think it's a high
mouth. It just look nasty.
Most animals won't give you problems if you respect their space. Hippos massacre people unprovoked. They can't do math, but they have a bite that can divide Eurocrocodile in half. At least 500 obituaries get written a year because a hippo had a temper tantrum. They've been known to swallow people whole, and they don't need Red Bull to give you wings. Top 5 most dangerous animals in South America.
What is that?
At number 5, we have the giant river otter, because these furry gangbangers will jump caimans and tear their guts out. They can grow to 6 feet long, and they've been known to attack and torture anacondas.
Oh my God.
Number 4 is the bullet ant, because its sting is one of the most painful things you can live through. And if a whole nest presses you, you're going to wish you had a bullet to put you out of your misery. Coming in at 3 is the Brazilian watering spider. The only thing worse than its
I forgot.
venomous bite is the agonizing 4-hour erection that falls, along with rapid heart rate, paralysis, and your soul filing for unemployment. At number 2 is the biggest snake in the world that isn't your ex, the Green Anaconda. At 17 feet, 550 pounds, this snake is really just one big muscle. They're strong enough to choke the life out of almost anything, and like any truly toxic relationship, once it gets a hold of you, it really is till death do you part. Number 1 is a jaguar for many reasons. These all-stars can run, jump, swim, climb, do all.
Jaguar, but I thought maybe they was gonna say that for Africa.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna say it for Africa too. I said a lion. I like it. I don't know. It's something I don't.
They print.
They're close to going extinct too, I believe.
They are so pretty to me.
Things you'd expect from a cat while weighing 250 pounds. Unlike other cats, they end lives with a bite to the head, skull punching it with their teeth and piercing the brain. Pound for pound, they have a more devastating bite than a lion or tiger, and they can crack open a turtle. He's the landlord of the jungle. God help you if he collects rent. 5 most dangerous animals in North America. Number 5 are mountain lions, because everything about them is designed to kill you. At 200 pounds, they can outrun, out-jump, out-climb, and probably out-drink you. And if this roid kitty wasn't already afraid of people, they would snap at us disrespectfully. Number 4 is the American Bison, because at over 2,000 pounds with a top speed of 40 miles per hour, health insurance goes up every time he loses his temper. I mentioned they can jump over fences. Every year, people try taking selfies with it and nearly get turned into chalk outlines. Number 3 is the polar bear for 2 reasons. They're the largest land predator on Earth, and as payback for global warming, they might be the only animal that actively hunts humans. They'll do you just like they do seals in the name of equality.
What?
Number 2, and no, I'm not kidding, the deer. Bambi will cause 1 million car accidents a year, which will end 200 lives. You're more likely.
Have I ever hit a deer?
No, not
I haven't, and I hope I don't, because everybody be talking about it. So I pray I
never hit a deer. I came close several times to hit a deer though. No, I almost hit a horse.
I almost hit a cow.
That's the most.
No,
I almost hit a cow.
No, I'm saying that is the most. Listen to what y'all are saying. That is the most country stuff
ever.
Like imagine Kat saying I almost hit a cow and a horse.
That's what I'm saying. It has happened to me twice. Like,
that's ridiculous.
The people cow got her loose, and I was.
See what I'm saying?
I think the horse that got her loose. It was like
they be in pastures, and they be breaking out of the pastures.
It was like I was coming. It was in the middle. I said, "Oh my God, what is this?" I came up on it, I
and
said,
it was
oh my
dark,
God.
and that thing turned around and looked at me. I like to die, because you know a cow is really ugly in the face.
Yeah.
At nighttime, it just looked like something that you just don't want to see. Like,
I've been in the car several times. Somebody get the deer.
Okay.
yeah, I know you've been in the car with me. Well, I didn't hit the deer. The deer hit me.
Funeral caused by an unaware deer than a homicidal bear. Every time you step in a car, this antler jockey decides if you're going to come home in one piece or in a box. And number one is the biggest deer of all, the moose. Because the fastest way for God to bring one of his children home is to put a moose
Why
in
would a
his
moose
car.
be in the middle?
Unlike bears and cougars, these car cougars are not afraid of you and dance on your body. If you ever wanted to be famous, piss off a moose and you will get your own hashtag.
my
5
God.
most dangerous animals in Antarctica. First, we got the giant petrel, an aggressive refrigerated Tweety with a 7-foot wingspan.
Covered in
They won't
blood.
kill you, but this ice vulture will projectile vomit at anyone that gets too close and is acidic enough to blind you. At number 4, we got the 46-foot, 1,100-pound colossal squid. With 10 arms, a razor-sharp beak, and claws, they can easily violate any human. At number 3 is the 8,000-pound blubber bully that is the southern elephant seal. Built like a truck with the personality of a spring break frat boy, they only care about food and sex. Anything else can get flattened if it's in their way. At number 2, we have one of the most feared predators in Antarctica, the leopard seal. At 11 feet, 700 pounds, this murder puppy actually has a body count. One attacked and dragged a researcher to her death. They've been known to end lives for fun. The definition of irony is that the most dangerous animal on this list has never killed a human in the wild, even though they have the strength to shot pussy.
What? That's the thing. People think they're not. People be like, oh, they're so cute. I want to go
Because you know when
see
you
one.
see SeaWorld, Shamu, stuff like that.
Oh,
that's what you be
Shamu is an
thinking.
orca?
I think so. I don't know, but you know they say they're all
They,
dangerous.
yeah, those are that's the most
Then you
dangerous.
pick the
whale.
Shamu.
Yeah, but it was trained.
Now what the Shamu the bitch arm off?
Then I wouldn't have no arm.
Seals and vibe-check sharks. They often hunt in groups called pods, and their hunting styles
Wait,
basically
look,
like
it
wolves
look-
of
it
the
don't
water.
look like
As
it
they
do.
catch
Yeah,
predators,
it's
that
so
means there's literally
innocent.
nothing on this planet that can check them. And even though they've never caused an obituary outside of SeaWorld, there's no denying a 32-foot homicidal murder dolphin could easily be a one-man Titanic if it ever chose to strike. 5 most dangerous animals in Europe. First, we got the Portuguese Man of War, which isn't a jellyfish, it's a siphonophore. It has venom that can trigger an allergic reaction that blocks your airways and stops your heart. At number 4, we got the Eurasian brown bear, because at 8 feet, 1,000 pounds, they can turn any man into a meat rag doll. Attacks are rare, but one did eat a child last year, so yeah. Also, if he high-fives your back, you will be a paraplegic. At number 3, you got the Vipera beerus, the European adder. They only bite when provoked, but their venom can cause blood blisters and can trigger extreme allergic reactions that can take a year to recover from, if you recover at all. In Sweden, there's about 1,300 recorded bites a year. Their name is adder, but they'll subtract you from the population expeditiously. Number 2, we have the wild boar, and it's all because of the way they attack. They'll charge you and gore you with those teeth, and then take a step back, and if you're still moving, they'll ray-rice you again. They'll keep doing this until they're sure you're dead. And somehow Messiah finds himself at number 1 again. They say on the road you should never swerve to avoid hitting an animal, because 99% of the time you'll end up in a worse position. That 1% is when this antler tank is in front of you, because if you hit its legs, its 1,700-pound body will go through your windshield, and no car insurance can bring you back to life. Most dangerous animals in Asia. At number 5, we have the 1,200-pound water buffalo. They've been domesticated, and they're actually really friendly 95% of the time. It's just that 5% where this 4-legged tractor puts someone in a newspaper. At number 4 is the Mugger Crocodile, because once it slams those snare trap jaws on you, you have a choice to either negotiate your arm or get death rolled into oblivion. Number 3 is a soft-scaled viper, because it has the highest body count of any Asian snake. Its venom is 5 times worse than a cobra's, and it breaks down the membranes of your blood vessels, causing you to bleed from everywhere, including your brain. My advice if you get bit is to forgive your enemies and make peace with the higher being of your choice, because you're about to get airdropped to them. At number 2, I'm respectfully putting the Sloth Bear, because it has claws, jaws, and the personality of a chainsaw.
Sloth Bear?
I never knew they had no such thing.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of a sloth bear. Oh my God.
400 pounds of malicious intent. Its attack style includes disfiguring the victim's face and turning the limbs into a bloody pulp. Number 1 is easily the 11-foot, 700-pound striped elite butt we call tigers. They're strong enough to murk guards, drag cows over a mile, and they can even lift an adult cow over a 7-foot wall. But the worst part is they're the most vengeful animals on the planet. You do them dirty once, and like a 4-legged John Wick, they will find you, and what happens next will be 100% premeditated. You're the deadliest animals in Australia.
They never say anything
Part
about
1.
Bengal tigers. I wonder if they're...
Like, what danger?
Well, I mean, I know they're dangerous because, I mean, it's a tiger. But they never really say anything about, like, Bengal tigers.
If you
I used to watch a lot of stuff about them. I used to want one.
What happens if you take the claws and the teeth out?
I'm pretty sure
You just like a regular cat?
Pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's the
Yeah.
only way I
Nothing
would
but-
want it.
Why would you want to take their claws out?
Because I don't want it to scratch me and hurt me. I mean,
I want my favorite animal, and it's not extinct though. Is a saber tooth. A tiger, saber-tooth tiger. The one that got the long. I don't know why I like them.
Like Ice Age, because
Yeah.
that's what he is. I think the one that got
A
the
saber-tooth tiger, yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. I don't know. There's just something about them.
I used to want a Bengal tiger,
Yeah, all right.
only because of the color. They
A
have the
baby
nice
tiger.
color.
A baby tiger can't do nothing to you.
I love them. They're so adorable.
Yeah. But then
You know,
when
it says a lot.
big,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
then they
gotta
gotta
go.
gotta go.
On a 17-foot, 2,200-pound massacre is number 5. It has the strongest bite force on a planet, and its death roll guarantees that your casket will be closed. At number 4 is the eastern brown snake because they're responsible for 60% of snake bites in Australia, and one bite can cause paralysis, uncontrollable bleeding, and one less person on next year's census. Not to mention half of these deaths happen at home. The funnel web is respectfully number 3 because its name isn't Zoe, but most of its victims are children who can become hashtags in as little as 15 minutes. Those fangs can penetrate your fingernails, and a venom attacks the nervous system, causing a drop in blood pressure, organ failure, and a non-negotiable soul eviction. This tiny octopus is number 2 because not only can it erase 26 people with one bite, you wouldn't even feel the bite itself. You would just have trouble breathing and moving, and by the time you realize what was happening, you would be too paralyzed to call for help. Number 1 is the box jellyfish because this is exactly what happens when you get too close. The venom attacks the heart. It is so painful.
Like it whooped them.
Okay, like it gave him webs.
It look like her eyes too. The eyes, the nose, and the little mouth.
That you can go into shock and drown before you even reach the shore. Because they have 4,000 million stinging cells that could cook you faster than ramen. 5 deadly Australian animals, part 2. Kangaroos are responsible for 90% of animal-related car accidents, making them the deer of down under. Difference is, deer aren't built like someone that put you in the ER and make love to your wife after. Number 4 is the most lethal thing with feathers, the cassowary. Because those daggers can tear flesh, open arteries, and slice your intestines out with one maliciously placed kick. If they weren't shy, it would get bad. Magpies are anything but shy. These flying black air forces will attack people and assaults like a blind victim. And since they can remember your face for 5 years, beefing with an angry bird is signing a massive abuse. At number 2 is the most venomous fish on the planet and master rock impersonator, the stonefish. Accidentally step on them and they'll shoot venomous spines through your skin, which can flatline you in 2 hours. Wow. Symptoms include extreme pain, respiratory weakness, paralysis, and an obituary. Number 1 is the Irukandji Jellyfish. Not because they can revoke your birth certificate in 2 minutes, but because they're so small you would never see it coming. One of the symptoms of getting stung is an impending feeling of doom, which causes some patients to beg the doctors to end them just to get it over with. Most things aren't fatal, but I would still deep throat a cactus before I go swimming in the ocean. These are 5 of the worst ways to die in Africa. If you eat the ackee fruit before it's ripe, you can develop Jamaican sickness where you vomit uncontrollably, have seizures, and go into a coma that you might not wake up from.
What?
Cape Buffalo want you off the census. A group of about 50 will stalk and circle you, and when you're not looking, one will charge and gore you from behind. And they'll wait till you get up just to ray rice you again. Which is why they're called Black Death. During droughts, colonies of millions of safari ants will swarm and attack anything in their way. A woman was gardening when she got swarmed by the thousands, and by the time her husband found her a few minutes later, she was already finished. She went into anaphylactic shock where her throat swelled up, basically suffocating her. Hippos have been known to swallow people during maulings. The worst part is the only way out involves paying a toll at the 20-inch tusk they call teeth. One man got attacked so severely that his arm was a bloody pulp and his chest got ripped to the point you could see his lungs. Hyenas and wild dogs are the worst death sentence to have because unlike other predators, they don't kill their prey before they eat it. So they'll tear it apart when it's too weak to fight back. And wild dogs go for the guts first.
Was that a mouth? Was that a mouth in his mouth?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Value to your insides.
Hyenas. I done seen Lion King. You ain't gotta tell me. I mean, they was a little weak, but still, I ain't. Yeah, that's something crazy. You ain't gotta worry about me playing with.
They not dangerous unless they make packs.
Yeah, but still, look at them. They don't even look right. They don't even look like they
look right.
Oh, I'm good.
Out while you wait for your live subscription to get canceled.
What?
How they go from that to that?
I don't know. Nah, man, y'all let us know, man. What animals y'all thought was gonna make the list? Nah, that's crazy, huh?
I was talking about that video up there talking about ruining your childhood.
Oh, we can watch that, man. Other than that, man, y'all already know what to do, man. Please
like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to all 3 channels, all 3 channels, all 3 channels.
Follow me and Charlie both on Instagram. But other than that, man, we out of here.